Hey there, it's Pete over at the Sampleist, and today we are checking out Peace by Audio Brewers. Audio Brewers wanted to create a beautiful instrument out of something that was designed for destruction, and they teamed up with Dustbowl Cinematic, who built this amazing cello-like instrument out of an empty missile shell. In true Audio Brewers style, you get plenty of articulations, 35 in fact, 9 different types of legato, plenty of sound design, and over 100 sound effects. The key one for me is this amazing adaptive polyphonic legato. There are several different mixes, and Peace is delivered in Ambisonics and stereo. Today we're looking at the stereo version, which Audio Brewers were very kind to send me, and Peace has been recorded in 24-bit 48K resolution. Peace requires the full version of Contact 6.2.1 or above, and at the time of review, Peace was €69, which is the intro price through to the 15th of February 2023, where it will go up to €119. In true the Sampleist style, we're going to cover the instrument, have a quick overview and see what sounds it contains, and then we're going to jump into a short contextual composition and just see what it's like to compose with. So let's jump straight in. And here we have Peace from the Audio Brewers. Now, I didn't know what to expect from this instrument. It's got a great concept. It's made from a empty missile shell, and I sort of imagined it a bit like a cello. And when I started playing it, it really was very cello-esque. Very, very unique. It's got all these mechanical sounds. It's not a pristine sounding instrument. It's very, very alive and very organic, and that's what I love about it. Now on the left hand side, you've got 7 different categories. You've got legato, miscellaneous, ostinato, short, sound design, special sustains, and standard sustains. And I love not only the legato melodic side of this instrument, but I love the sound design. I love the textures that this can create. So yeah, first impressions, absolutely brilliant. Now you'll notice that we're on sustain, and if I just play through using the mod wheel, the dynamic layers are absolutely fantastic. However, you'll notice there is also some legato, and this is the adaptive legato. So if I play lightly, the adaptive legato will trigger the almost like a portamento effect. It's not quite portamento, but it's a nice exaggerated legato. And if I play with more force, it doesn't do the legato. So you can play faster passages, and of course you can play chords. Now I'm just going to two-hand these to get the legato triggered. Just going to bring that down a bit. No idea why I went E major there. There we go. Let's try again. And I love just holding, say, a single note. So using the single note as a drone and playing a melody on top, it just sounds great. So as I said at the start, there's so much you can do with this instrument. That's the sustain. Now, if we look at the articulation tab, we got sustain flat, so there's no vibrato. And then you got the expressive, so it really throws a nice vibrato. I think nice vibrato is a great way to describe it. Let's say emotional vibrato. Then concertino. And sol tasto. Marcato, so I'm going to leave the mod wheel alone for this. Maybe a little bit quieter. So that's quite a full chord. Very nice. And sopran. Tremolo. And I love the low end on the tremolos. It's really cool. It's like a freight train. And then the sopran tremolo. There's an angry underscore right there. And of course, you can stack the articulations as well. So let's say I want sustain, tremolo, and sol tasto. Very nice. And that is a classic Audio Brewers feature. So if you use that other instruments, you'll notice you have that going on. Now, there are, like I say, 7 different instruments. So if I close that up, and we're not going to play through every articulation like we did with the sustains, but you can pick out some different articulations. And again, they're all listed here separately if you want to use them. But sustains on their own. So it's a bit more mellow, and you can have those completely flat. And then the expressive versions. And let's look at harmonics. Upside down bow. So very cool. And we'll do tremolo sopran. So there's the sustains, and let's just close that one up and look at some shorts. Pizzicato. Yeah, I love it. I'm just going to bring those up just so you can see different articulations there. Bartok, which is one of my all-time favourite pizzicatos. Yeah, Brill. Spiccato. Really cool for the sort of near-classical style. Spiccato consort. Spiccato sopol. Beautiful. Soltando. And Collegno. Beautiful. Then we move on to the ostinato. Hold down a key. Quarter note ostinato going on. You could have eighth notes. Or quavers, as I would call them. And again, the mod wheel is expressive. And then ostinato sopol, quavers. Beautiful. Now, special articulations. Special sustains, not special articulations. But hey, it's been a long day. They are absolutely stunning. Then we've got the short arcs. Sforzando. Crescendo. The opposite, decrescendo. Very cool. Crescendo to sulp. Marcato. Free Dimex. Detune. Sounds a bit minimalist, that one. Love it. So, lots you can do. And then you get your sound design. We've not even talked about the controls of the instrument yet. So sound design, detuning. Ripple. Stuttering. Sewers. And you get the idea, but what you can do is once again stack these together. So let's just pop a few. There we go. See what we get. And you can see that the mod wheel is now affecting the low pass filter as well. And just to be, I don't know, fiddle with the controls a little bit, I'm going to put the expression on CC warm. Let's try that low down. So adjusted the attack to make it a bit pad-like. Let's go for a release, a long release. Got some instant doom going on there. And it's probably a good idea just to look at some of the effects. So I'm going to add an effect here. Now, if you click on the effects tab, you will get all of these different effects. And I'm going to go for a convolution reverb. It's got the Ashe Hall, great percussion library from Audio Brewers, obviously. And that's created an awesome texture. It's gone a little bit quieter. If I just bring that up. There you go. So the wet mix is a bit bigger. Yeah, you can spend ages just playing around with these different types of sound. And that's the great thing about Audio Brewers instruments. You just get carried away playing around with them. So that's a really brief overview of effects, but you get filters, processors, signal distortions, delays, and some reverb. I'm obviously going to just very, very quickly pop a delay there. And it's just a bit of fun, really, isn't it? I'm just going to back that off, but we've got some warmth. So from this bowed instrument, we've got a really, really cool sort of like pad, or almost like a dystopia type thing going on. Again, you got the layers over here. If I just play. So layer 1 is active. And that's the thing, you can get really carried away with just playing with the instrument. So we've got different modulation you can throw in there as well. Effects we looked at, different layers which you can pan left and right in different mixes, disalign them. Really, really, really cool. But we're going to move on to the last category, which is miscellaneous. And here is miscellaneous. So yeah, I've got hits. Got tonal hits. Bowed. Don't know what the L stands for, but there we go. Bowed tonal. Long. It's gone a bit quieter. String harmonics. Bounces. And seagulls. We're now going to check out a short composition that I made. It's just over a minute long and it's a bit of classic underscore. Now I used obviously lots of piece, and then one of my favourite all-time piano libraries is Pianoforte by Audio Brewers. It's got a beautiful, pristine, classic piano sound, but the sound design patches are on a different level. So this one is, I believe it's called Rainy Sunday Morning. And then one of my hidden gems is Tangent Drum, just to give it a bit more texture. Tangent Drum, again, you know, really, really great, pristine instrument. It's a hang drum, but the sound design is superb on there as well. So I think it's called Lullaby. But you can see it very, very clearly in the composition. And then we're going to just quickly jump in and see what that composition is all about and what the experience is like. Having spent several hours playing around with piece and exploring it, it really, really screamed underscore to me. And I just thought I'd approach this in terms of layers. So I start off with these shorts. And to create that sound, all I did was add some convolution reverb and play around with the different filters as well, and the attack as well. It's got quite a short attack. So taking a starting point and creating or shaping the sound to exactly what you want is really easy with piece. And then I added some sound design to it as well. So that's the foundation, but what really ties it together are the long sustains. And you can see really, really subtle modulation usage. Yeah, so using different velocities, you can just get a really expressive performance from piece. So I'm just going to close that up. And that's the foundations. Now, the piano is the pianoforte. And I just wanted like a sort of chordal backing. And then added to the pianoforte, I put a melody. So it's a lot louder. that's the Rainy Sunday sound design patch. And if you've not checked it out, really do go and look at Pianoforte. It is just an exquisite piano. Amazing for cinematic music. So yeah, go check that out. And then Tangent Drum, Lullaby. And that's just to add some texture. So when you put everything together, they're just beautiful sounds. And Lullaby goes on for a while, Tangent Drum. Tangent Drum is one of my secret weapons, as it were. So, yeah, this is one of the sound design patches. You see fingers, mallets, build up are all stacked together with a very generous reverb. And yeah, it just sounds... just sounds wonderful. Then we move on to the legato, so it's piano and the tangent drum, but of course piece legato. So let's just start from, zoom in a bit. And then, having repeated that section, just treating piece like a string ensemble. And then we've got these sort of big octaves coming down, or descending, as it were. And a slightly ominous ending, but as soon as you start throwing, I call it legato bass. Really simple line, and I didn't actually use the legato function particularly, or at all actually, but when you put those all together, I couldn't resist the tangent drum there. But yeah, it just works in perfect harmony. Tangent drum, it hangs around. I'm going to just mute that. But there's the composition. So really, really simple harmony, but the sounds that you can create with piece are exceptional. Just very, very emotive, lyrical melodies, and all these textural sound design ideas, but all bound with this lovely sustain. Let's go play it one more time. That texture, just the sound of bow on string is, yeah, it's something different. To conclude this composing with and review of piece, I have to admit I had no idea what to expect. I heard the concept and I thought it's going to be something that you hit. I don't know why, I thought it was going to be like a percussive metallic instrument, and I'm so not surprised, not even relieved, just probably overjoyed, having spent so many hours working with piece now and seeing what the sonic capabilities are like. The core sound is brilliant. There's nothing quite like it. Obviously, it's made out of a missile and it's bowed and it sounds metallic, but it's oh so musical. And then you think about the amount of articulations you get, 35 articulations. Well, there's so much you can do with that, and it is a bit of a smaller scale instrument. And then you look at the sound design, and then you look at the GUI, which is crisp, it's clear, and it's got all of these amazing built-in effects that you can just spend ages doing sound design with. I mean, what isn't there to like? It is just a really well thought out, beautifully put together instrument. It sounds great and it is oh so creative. And I always talk about composing palette, having different options, but this is something that is completely unique. And if you want to stand apart and put in these amazing textures or have an instrument where people sort of take notice, this really is for you. So Peace, yeah, it's highly recommended. I think Audio Brewers have absolutely smashed it out the park. And when you start combining it with other Audio Brewers libraries, the sheer combinations that you can make of different sounds are incredible. I've always said it, I love their sound design. Peace doesn't disappoint. And again, some of my little composing gems, tangent drum being one of them, and pianoforte, they're really worth checking out as well. Thank you again so much for checking out this review and composing with of Peace from Audio Brewers. If you like what you heard, feel free to drop a like on the video and leave us a comment what you think about the sound design, the adaptive legato, or the different articulations. Then if you've not done so already, please subscribe to our channel and check out our other videos. We're still very much a small channel and we are really enjoying creating these videos and putting them out there and seeing what people think. And then finally, our website, it is so close to being up and running, is sampleist.com, and yeah, that should be launching in a couple of days' time. So feel free to check that one out, where we can have all the news about different VSTs, the reviews we put together, and different competitions as well. So until next time, have a great time and keep on making that music.